We've been talking about the possibility of a work stoppage at Hersheypark just as the park gets ready to open for the season.
But tonight a strike seems less likely. Seth Kaplan reports.
Yesterday at this hour, he told you how somewhat unusually for a union, folks here weren't saying anything about this apparent dispute, about this possibility of a strike just as Hersheypark gets ready to open for the season. And now we know a little bit more about why, and it has to do with this letter which we've gotten a look at and which I want to read to you in part. Union leadership saying it feels necessary to reiterate that, quote, the current voting process is not an approved strike by the union and no strike is imminent. It says comments are circulating about a possible strike, but no strike has been authorized by the union at this time. And quote, any labor disruption before a strike is properly authorized would be unlawful. Again, all that directly from the union to its members. The union hasn't yet said anything directly to us, but we were able to authenticate that letter with the company, which confirmed it saw a copy of the letter too, and says in part it continues to engage in negotiations with the union and remains committed to reaching agreements that support employees and the business. The union, the company says, has indicated negotiations are expected to continue next week and operations remain business as usual. The company expressed its appreciation for the skill, professionalism, and dedication of employees and said it remains encouraged that discussions are continuing and that both parties remain engaged in the bargaining process. The company went on to say opening day, May 21st, next week, is on track as of now. So more sort of becoming clear here, the question of why wasn't the union talking about a potential strike? It was because from the union's perspective, there was no potential strike. The dispute there between some of the rank and file members, by all accounts and appearances now, and union leaders. That's not to say that everything between the company and the union is fully resolved, as we can see both parties saying that negotiations, which appear to have been paused at some point recently, will continue again next week as the park prepares to open for the season. We will, of course, keep on top of this, bring you more as we learn more. For now, Seth Kaplan in Hershey, ABC 27 News.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the homepage, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.